Welcome back, and we're still on the Anambra State gubernatorial elections and the build-ups in the state. We have on the line Elder Ugochukwu Ugwueje. He's a political analyst joining us this morning. Good morning, and thank you for joining us.
Pleasure.
All right. Now, can you please give us the update on what's going on concerning the elections and the preparations in the state?
Yes, virtually all the political parties are preparing, particularly those that are involved, like Labour Party, YPP, APGA, and APC. These are the four notable contestants, And for one indication, the APC is waxing more stronger. That's the Goma is waxing more stronger. Because the pendulum seems to be swinging towards his direction. The analysis is when you see generals from the opposite camp coming to embrace their rivalry. It signifies a lot of things. It means victory is near. So that is the way we are seeing it for now. Because virtually on daily basis, he receives support groups close to 1,000, close to 1,500. And when you assess the comment of the people, the thing is that they need a change. They need a change. So nobody is advocating for 8 years again. What they said, they want a change from this government to another government that will treat them well. You see? Because in governance, you have to prioritize your programs. Whatever thing you want to do, you need to check the people. What do they need? And then you begin from there to implement what you want to implement. You don't just implement something just because it pleases you as an individual. Your level and their level are not the same. So I think that's exactly what is playing out. Recently, the governor commissioned the solution. People are hungry. People are clamoring for help. Insecurity is everywhere. It's not when you are relaxed in your house and when you are comfortable that you go to center to drive and over, or you take your children to that place. It is when the environment is free of incumbrances, and you can go there and entertain yourself and your children. But in a case where you cannot even move from your house to your business, you are afraid. So what is in the center?
So are you saying that the present state government is not treating the people well?
Yes, that is a complaint. That is a complaint. Dividend of democracy is not the construction of road only. It's not the provision of pipe and water only. It embraces a lot of things. Freedom of speech, for me, is a paramount thing in terms of dividend of democracy. Movement, security, these are all dividend of democracy. So if somebody said he has provided road and there is no security, you cannot fly that road. Because if you attempt it, they will kidnap you. So these are the things the people wanted the governor to look at. Provide security. See what is happening in other states. The governor is on ground. He knows what they need. And he's driving towards that. So any elected governor or candidate does not want to listen to the yearnings and aspirations of his people. The person is bound to fail.
But so far, Soludo has gotten the APGA ticket unopposed. So are you saying that there is no room for some form of internal competition even within his party?
No, there may be, but those people, the power of incumbency is there. You can tell them, shut up, sit down. Maybe I may do this and that. So you don't challenge him. But the thing is that after getting the ticket from your party, you come outside and get the ticket from the crowd, the people, the electorate. That's where the problem is. So that one is not in contention. Nobody is contesting that one with him. He can get the ticket 3 times. He dictates who collects the ticket too. He's the leader of the party. But that is not the parameter to judge. The parameter is after getting the ticket, you now come and stand there. The wish of the people will prevail.
Okay, and what about the other parties too, like Labour Party, PDP, and APC? What's the situation, with them and their candidates?
Yeah, the Labour Party man is drumming his beat, but one, he didn't signify his interest on time. And then he doesn't have, I don't think he has what it takes. Like, Ugochukwu, like Ugochukwu, Nicholas Ugochukwu, has. So the disparity is there. See? Ugochukwu is an all-rounder. He moves to people, local government, does the needful. So, and then people think this is the right time. And you remember Ugochukwu has contested for the first time. He has contested before. So he used that one as a political baptism. He has baptized himself politically before. So now he's not a new person in the game. He's not. So, but all the other ones are new people. So they will need some time to sell themselves to the electorate.
All right, and we've also seen, women being considered as deputies. So what do you think about that? Do you think female running mates in the election will, make a real difference when it comes to both in the election and when it comes to inclusion, in politics in the state?
Yes, I think it's a good development because when you pick a man to be a deputy, at times they have clash of interest. And the man may want to insert his own authority as a man too. And the principal will not say, why? The ticket belongs to me. But women are more submissive. See? They are more submissive, they listen, they take advice, and then they play along with their candidate, with the principal. So I think that is why it is good using a woman as a deputy. And in case of Anambra or some of the candidates, Ekunife and Nicholas is a good pair. Is a round peg in a round hole. See? So because Ekunife is from another constituency, her influence will still draw vote from that constituency if she's on ground, and which I believe she's on ground there. And then Ugochukwu will bring in his own from his own constituency too. If the both roads are matched, it gives them victory.
All right, and also we are seeing that President Tinubu seems to be supporting APC's candidates, which is Ugochukwu. So do you think that this will have any effect in the turnout of the election in the states?
It depends on the level of support you mean. Naturally, that is party member. When we were in school, if you queue up and then they said, your mouth, you support your house member. You clap for him, you do a lot of things to encourage him. So if that is the kind of support you mean, yes. But I don't know if you are talking about the other support using his influence as a president to influence results. I don't think he can do that.
Okay, now looking at the party participation, now INEC has confirmed about 16 political parties that have successfully met deadline for submission and substitution of candidates. Now, what does that say about the political engagement in Anambra if 16 out of 19 registered political parties have been confirmed?
Yes. Implicitly, most of them will even drop. The 16 is much because the few that are making waves here is only about 4. So we don't know about the other 12. So it's only 4 that are notable here. So others may have indicated their interest maybe to look for somebody that will come to bargain with them or to step down. So I don't think that one has any distinction here.
But how would you rate INEC's performance so far and the way they've handled, the election preparation, like publishing the list and setting the campaign dates in preparation for the elections?
Yes, INEC is good at that. That is not a problem. They can set a good record. They can start something good, but at the end, it is a result that has always created problem in Nigeria. At the end, they will not begin to compromise. They will set a standard, tell you this one is good. And then you look at it, it looks as if they are becoming transparent or they want to be transparent. But at the end, they will change the line, change the goalpost, and then things will begin to happen.
Okay, but do you...
So for now, yes.
Go
the
ahead,
arrangements are
please.
okay.
Go ahead.
I said for now, the arrangements are okay. So we are waiting for them on the D-Day, maybe 8th November. The vote casted. Will it be what will be announced? The candidates, will they be satisfied that actually, yes, they lost gallantly or they won gallantly? So these are the things that we have to look at maybe when the time comes.
Okay, but also the people of Anambra, do you think that they know enough or they have enough information about the candidates who are running for this election from all the parties? What would you say is the political awareness and consciousness of the people in preparation for the election?
Yes, the campaign just started now. It just started. So by the time the candidates move around, they sell themselves. It's not the INEC that will sell them to the electorate. They have to go around, campaign, and tell them what they can do. And remember, these candidates are emanated from communities, from towns. Most of their town people know them. And for now, they are bringing their records to the front burner. They are discussing them. They are encouraging others. I know this man very well. He cannot do this thing. Don't listen to him. Or I know this one is antecedent. It's okay. He did this and this and this and that in my place. For that, he can do this. Such are the reports we are getting now. Some of the candidates have good recommendation in their areas. Some don't have. Okay? So it will take them to polish themselves, those of them that don't have. And those are on ground already. We have seen their records. We have seen their performance. We have seen their betrayal. And a lot of things. Recently, a market was closed in Anambra here. And as a sitting governor, he couldn't say anything about it. The people were taxed 700,000. He couldn't say anything. That market, it accommodates people. And those people, they have their brain. If you have to be in their shoes, will you after all this, then you go and say, let this man come back again? So those are the problems on the ground. And then for the candidates that went, we could have commiserated with them and then get the difficulties with them. Yes, it is time to pay them back. So that is my submission in that regard. So the people are taking time to study them. And the campaign will soon blossom in earnest. And when it blossoms, we will now know who is who. But for now, look at who is leading. In terms of people coming to him, trying to identify with his group and all those things. I think for now, he's in the front burner.
All right. And also, it seems like the PDP seems to be quite silent in all of this. Now, do you think they are still relevant in the race for the election?
They are still battling with their crisis. And they see a lot of them are still the campaign on daily basis and the campaign. If you come to Ugochukwu's camp, 50% of the campees that came to join APC are from a PDP. So they are not yet organized. So how can they stand the election if they are not organized? So anybody that is there is just waiting for settlement. The moment he's settled, he withdraws his list and go to bed.
All right. And also, we've, as always with elections, candidates bring forth their campaign messages and their manifestos and all the things that they intend to do. Now, so far, looking at all the candidates for this election, what level of trust do the people have for these candidates when they present these messages and, knowing if they'll be able to go through with it or not when they are eventually elected into position?
Trust is a thing of the mind. It's a question of you that is making the promise. The ability to stand that promise and fulfill it. In politics, agreement does not hold. Not to talk of verbal commitment. Because the person will tell you, I promise you this, but getting there, I saw this. You have had some people say they made empty treasury. Even when they know that what they met was exactly what was there. But they are now using it as an excuse why they could not perform. They made empty treasury. And then the treasury was empty. You accepted to govern. So a lot of excuses come up why an aspirant or a governor cannot discharge his promises. So if somebody is making a promise, you may not hold him if he refuses to fulfill it. But the only way you can hold him is when he comes back again to the vote for me. You now remind him of the initial promise he made. Somebody said he was going to make Anambra to look like Dubai Taiwan. That is his desire. That is his desire. That is what actually he thought over it. But entering office, he doesn't have what it takes to make Anambra Dubai and Taiwan. So what do? Will you kill him? The desire to do a thing might be there, but the competency to accomplish a desire might be lacking. And the competency is the way we have. So that is why we don't hold people on promises when they fail to fulfill it. But we only try to look at the circumstances that make them not to fulfill it. If there are genuine circumstances that make them not to fulfill it, well, you can pardon that person. But if there are not, you can now refuse him another ticket. And then use that one as an instance why you should not vote for him.
All right, but how would one know, which of the reasons are genuine or not? Because I mean, they can come out any day and give any reason, and there is actually no way to find out if it is true or not.
No, there are people, even there are people in government with him. It's lieutenants, the people that are working with him, they know. They will tell you when you interview them that this social thing is not possible, social thing is possible. Or he could have done it if he had wanted to do it. So why giving us an excuse now? And again, you look at somebody that probably must have had that somebody made a promise and then somebody by his side said, yes, don't worry, he will fulfill it. Don't worry, I know him, he will fulfill it. There are some people that when they make a promise, they note it down in their diary. Come rain, come sunshine, they must come to fulfill that promise. But there are people that make promises, after all, I use it to get what I want, so it's of no use. So, and testimonies are there about those people. I know of a one-time governor in Anambra State. Somebody, a friend of his, told me that this man cannot promise you anything and fail to fulfill it. That even if it's at the dying minute, at the late hour of his service as governor, he fulfilled all the people he made promises to. And then such a person, if he comes up again to say, I'm going to do this, why won't people vote for him? So it is a matter of your conscience, if you're making a promise, to know whether you can fulfill it or a defeat. Just use it to get what you want.
Okay, and you also mentioned that so far, Ugochukwu seems to be making a lot of headway when it comes to, his influence and the way people want him to be, to emerge as the governor. Now, what exactly would you say is the reason why the people of Anambra have so much faith in him and are looking forward to, him as the governor of the state?
Yes, among all these contestants, it seems to be Ugochukwu that has practicalized something in Anambra State. He has a factory. He has a big industry that employed over 5,000 workers. I don't know if any other governor has such investment in Anambra State. He provided labor for people. And there's such a person. And then if you think if you make him a governor, he cannot do more. He will do more. It's not only in Anambra State, yeah. I think he has it's both in Abuja. He has establishments in Abuja. Others are externalizing their wealth. What do I mean by externalizing their wealth is they carry their money, they go to African countries, other African countries, they build industry. They come back here to make money from us, become a governor. They carry it to another country to build. So that is not the kind of people who... The level of unemployment is high. If you are making this money, internalize it here, use it to build industry, get people employment. That would be better than taking it outside. All these senators, name them, they have industries outside, big investment outside, but they hear nothing. The people that voted them are suffering. So that is the indices. That is the pointer that made Ugochukwu acceptable. Because those that are new and those that work in that company, they were testifying that this man is a good man. It's not easy for you to employ 5,000 people. in Nigeria. Even if it's 1,000, it's not easy. It shows your goodwill for your people. In spite of the economic difficulties, to run a company now in Nigeria is a difficult thing. So if anybody that has such investment in Nigeria, people should applaud him.
Okay.
So that is why they accepted him, yes.
Okay. Now, we've also seen that some parties changed their candidates, their running mates before the deadline given by INEC. Now, how would you say that speaks to, or what does that say about the way that they operate? Would you say it's a situation of poor planning or indecisiveness, or what exactly is it?
No, possibly, maybe, hurriedly, they pick the candidate. It's not easy to get a running mate, because being a running mate will involve you involving financial, whatever, you get involved financially. And then if you look at the candidate you are supporting or your principal, and then he's not competent to win the election, it's a risk you're taking. Because whatever million you think in there is a lot of money. So the person is to withdraw, and the person will look for another person that can stand it. So it's not everybody that has the muscle to stand that loss. So that is why when they pick a candidate in a hurry, and the candidate assess the scenario, see the kind of support they're getting, the person can run away and tell you to look for another person. He doesn't have that kind of money to spend. And again, they may have disagreement. When you see your candidate or a deputy as somebody that is very arrogant, maybe somebody imposed the deputy on you for him to assist you, you must have to accept that person. And then midway, you say, no, this thing will not work. And then when you see it will not work, the best thing is to drop that candidate and look for another one that will be compatible with you.
All right. Thank you so much, Elder Ugochukwu Ugwueje, for your time and your analysis on the election build-up in the state. We'll still keep in touch with you, as the date draws near for more updates. Thank you so much for your time.
Signature TV. News in your pocket.